Everyone, got another lock clamped up in vise for you today, and this time we're taking a look at Overreach by West Coast Picks. We've got a mummied key, and this is one of the locks that Bill Bacardi sent me. So we're going to see if I can't get into this bad boy. And we're going to start out with a top of the keyway tension, and I'm going to put one of my new and improved short shotguns in it. This one's a little bit different because I've actually cut a groove down the middle to kind of help keep my pick from sliding off of it. And let me get my camera adjusted here just a little bit and we'll zoom in. Okay, I'm going to use this pick here. This is out of the Honest kit, and you can tell I just rubber coated it, and I've used it a lot because the rubber coating's starting to come off. But we'll start with this. Okay, I had a click off of 3, and then pin 5 put me into a false set. Okay, pin 2 just put me into more of a false set. Let me check these other pins. Got a little click off of 3. Maybe some counter rotation off of 4, but I'm going to check the rest first. Getting a little bit better counter rotation off of 5 than I was 4 though. So let's push up on that one. Okay, there's a click. And I think when I set that one, I overset some stuff. So let's go back in here, take another look. Okay, back to my false set with pin 5. Okay, let's check pin 1. Nothing there. Nothing on pin 2. Nothing on 3. Nothing on 4. We'll leave 5 alone this time. So pin 1, nothing. Pin 2, nothing. Pin 3, nothing. Alright, so we'll try to raise pin 4. I don't have very good counter rotation on 4 though. So let's skip it. Okay, that was pin 5. So I did have still better counter rotation on 5, so I didn't overset it this time because it gave me my false set right back. So we got a little click off of 3. Okay, 1 would have been an overset. There's pin 2, there's pin 3. Nothing on 4. Oh, we're open off of 5. So, kind of stumbled into that open, but we still got it open. So let me slide these out of the way. Grab the pinning tray and take a look and see what is inside of this bad boy. Yeah, let's go ahead and turn it a full 90 just to show that it is completely picked. And let's start gutting this and see what we have inside. Okay, as usual, I'm going to forego the use of the Spp'd tool. Because just for me, doing that is actually a little bit easier. Okay, there's our little spring. And I think there's going to be some T-pins in here, so I'm going to go ahead and shim it. I'm hanging up on something, so there must be one there. Okay, the key pins are towards me. And I see all 6 key pins in and working. And looks like I see a pin and pin on chamber 4 there. I can't see any core modifications, so give me a second here and dump these key pins out. And we'll take a closer look. Okay, that's pin 6 popped out. And there we go. And we'll take a look here. I am not seeing any modifications to the plug whatsoever. And I tell you, these West Coast PIX locks, man, some of them are crazy, crazy tough. I've still got one sitting here, and if Harley's watching this, he's gonna comment because I brought this one back out. Damn, I've spent hours on this thing, nowhere. But he makes some really good locks, really fun locks. Okay, there's a T-pin with a steel spring. Another T-pin. Okay, let's turn this around and get the rest of them out from the back. And another T-pin. Alright, you can tell by the top, it definitely looks like it hasn't been taken off, and everything inside seems smooth to me, so no mods to the plug or the Bible. This one's all relying on the pins, and some pretty neat pins inside of here. So let's go ahead and zoom in on them, and I'll show them to you real good. Okay, so I've got a nicely made, that is a very slightly reduced diameter spool with a standard above it and a copper spring. 2 is a kind of a serrated spool with a very nice sharp T-pin, but if you look real close at this T-pin, you can see that it is spoolish, so it has a better chance of hanging up, and it's got a more powerful steel spring. Then I've got a serrated. Then we've got a serrated T-pin, very nicely done. Nice serrations with a brass spring. I've got a pin and pin here, so let me put this collar back on. It's got a removable collar, and it slides up and down. So this can stick in the shear line and still have free movement of the key pin. And you'll think you have it set, but in actuality it'll be overset. Now it's got a standard pin above it. I've got a nicely serrated pin here. A little bit dirty pin, but it's just serrated. Nicely done. I don't really expect much less from Harley, man. He does a great job. And then I've got a really deep spool here with a T-pin on the bottom. Now it's got a steel spring. And then a number 6, I've got a heavily serrated key pin and a standard pin above it. And that one's got a copper spring. So that's what we have in this lock that Bill Bacardi sent me, and this Overreach by West Coast PIX. Harley, thanks for making up the lock and sending it out to the community. I really appreciate it. And Bill Bacardi, thank you very much for sending it to me. I've appreciated everything that you've ever sent to me and everything that everyone else has sent to me. On a side note, I am in the need of getting some trades done, guys. So if you're looking at getting a lock trade done, I've got, well, let me show you here. I've got a bin up here plumb full of locks that need to be traded out. And I could possibly throw in a couple of challenge locks of my own design in as well. So if you are indeed looking to trade some locks with me, just go ahead and send me an email to that email address that I'm pointing at right there. Alrighty, so everyone, please stay safe, don't do anything illegal, and as always, please like, comment, and subscribe.